Guess who's back? Back again. LP's back. Tell a friend. Hi, Jeremiah.
Hi, Kyle.
LP's back. I thought I'd tell
I
a friend.
I think if we just sat here for the entire time, we'd probably get more views than if we do the walk and talk.
Yeah, why don't you just become a human matter cam, but for the East Coast? Yes,
Yeah.
as you can see, we are at Disney's Animal Kingdom. I am Kyle. I'm in LP Midwest, LPHQ Midwest, and Jeremiah is in the park with us. And we're going to be walking around mostly. Construction's not the most exciting thing, but they did recently close some restaurants as they get ready to kick into full gear on the Tropical Americas project in the next few months. So we're going to take a look at that. And then if you have any requests, let us know. But obviously, we're looking at the beautiful Tree of Life, which will soon be home to Zootopia, Better, Zoogether in just a couple of weeks now. November 7th is when that officially opens. We did see that the marquee is installed, but it's still covered. And anything else you've noticed so far in the little bit that you've been at the park?
Not really. I mean, it seems like it's a slower day, which has been nice. I was having a discussion with some people about the attendance, and I feel like a couple of weeks ago, dead slow. Last week, it was pretty busy with the little bit of time I actually had to make it into the park. And then today kind of seems to have leveled off a little bit, but it is Animal Kingdom, and while it's not the 100-degree weather, it's
Also the middle
still
of October. Like it's not supposed to be that busy. Maybe
yeah.
everybody read those articles that said that Walt Disney World was dying, and they're like, okay, well, now's the time to go.
Yeah.
Fred Ramirez says hello, and then Spencer says we should go meet Mickey and Minnie and tell them that he loves them. I don't know if I'll have a chance to do that, but if we encounter them,
Yes.
we'll pass along the message.
So these planter walls have been up for a little while. I thought that this could be the new home for Nick and Judy for the meet and greet, but as we pan around super slowly, the former Doug and Russell meet and greet is under walls. The marquee's covered. I'm guessing they're painting over the Paradise Falls uh, thing that was on the backdrop. So that's probably where Nick and Judy will be, because right there, as you can kind of see, there is an Imagineer. I'm just saying it's Imagineer. I don't care if it's not. Working on the Zootopia Better Zoogether marquee. I'm not going to walk up because then I'm just putting my hand up way too high. The best part is, I don't know how well you can actually see it, but there's multiple wraps on the marquee.
Yeah.
And the one in the center blocks off the Zootopia, but the top and the lighter green side on my left, I can clearly see words to it. And it looks like they're using some type of caulking gun to do something underneath. So there you go. There's the behind the scenes of Zootopia Better Zoogether.
Fred says, didn't this park open in 1999?
98.
I was going to say, I'm like, I think it's 98.
Yep. April 22nd, 1998, Earth Day.
Yeah. Not my favorite park, but it could be worse. Could be Studios Park in Paris.
Yeah, this park, I feel like the changes that has happened in this park since day one, as somebody who's here within the first few months, this park has undergone such drastic changes. I mean, really, the only thing that's left is the safari that's still the same.
Yeah.
And yes, dinosaur, but that's changed names and changed feel. So,
I think I just need to spend more time in this park. I'll admit I have not spent a lot of time there. I've probably only been there like a total of 3 days total. I do like Pandora and stuff. But so the first time I visited, I was all excited to go to Animal Kingdom because I hadn't been yet. And I got there and it was, a humid day. It feels hotter at Animal Kingdom. I know that's a conspiracy. I believe it. And I started to get a sinus. That was the start of a sinus infection that then bothered me. It took me out for 2 days. I didn't get to go to the parks the next couple of days. And so I associate feeling crappy with going to Animal Kingdom.
I've had that feeling before. Um, hey, go to Animal Kingdom in the middle of July for something. Okay. Uh, again,
There's an
hey,
ad
oh,
for it. Was it
actually,
the Not to Zoo ad, Fred, on the Lion King 2 Simba's Pride VHS? What were we saying, Sherm?
we're going to do something cool.
Ooh. Whoa. Super zoom.
Yep. So you can actually see the construction for Tropical America is back there.
Things are moving. Dirt is being placed elsewhere.
Yes. Now we're going to go back to the normal because
normal view.
A little too close.
Normal view.
There we go.
If Mike C was watching, he'd be laughing.
I'd like to thank StreamYard for finally putting in the Zoom along with the app that makes it much easier than trying to work off the site.
And here's one of our destinations, the currently not serving Trello Bites, which is not an odd sign to see, but it is officially permanently closed now.
Yes. I was out here as I came to take some pictures earlier. That door opened and it was the fire marshal, and they're talking about how they need to clear off more space here to be able to get trucks and everything through here if they need it. So somehow I'm guessing this wall will shortly be expanding this way. Oh, speaking of walls and not going too far over a wall, there's a great look at what used to be the boneyard. And
I guess yellow ribbon means save that tree, and the bulldozer driver is not colorblind.
Thank you. I've made that joke so many times and nobody ever on that same page. Yeah, this is actually quite weird because this wall, oh wow. So the camera is not above my head height. You're not looking over a fence that is, me stretching. But it's very weird because right where we're looking at used to be where the American crocodile was and the animals that they had on the other side, and the boneyard was right here. It's amazing how quickly, I saw it yesterday with the archway for Disney's Hollywood Studios. That was gone overnight. And soon this area will look just like this.
Woo. I'm excited. I think it's going to be nice. Dare I say the dinosaur area was underutilized. I don't know why that's controversial.
Yeah. No, and again, I enjoy Dinosaur because it's as close to Indy in California as we could ever get out here. Oh, I love this sign, by the way. I've not seen this. If you're not sure what you're getting at Restaurantosaurus, there's some clip art for you. And this hot dog looks absolutely horrible. It is clearly not part of those French fries.
Yeah, and Restaurantosaurus is also closing, but that has a couple more months. I think it's December when it closes.
Yeah.
And then they're going to dole out the hot dogs and burgers and French fries and chicken tenders or strips or nuggies. They're all different things. Those are going to be going elsewhere. I think specifically a lot of them are going to
the Harambe Marketplace.
Yeah. Like, what's the name of that dead gorilla? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And, speaking of underutilized, this walkway, I think in the entire time I've come to Animal Kingdom before I have to use this walkway, I only used it to chase down a velociraptor once or twice, and that was about it. Do you listen to Disney hits on Sirius XM?
I don't. If I'm in the car where my Sirius is, I'm usually listening to the Beatles channel. And excellent I guess choice. I'll probably be listening to the Beatles channel tomorrow on my way to Tulsa to see Sir Paul McCartney in concert.
Why have we never talked about Beatles, by the way? That's something we need to definitely go into. Anyway, they do the request where a fan gets to choose 4 songs. Mm-hmm. And one fan
I've had 4 on the Beatles channel.
Was selecting all orchestrated music and, deep dives from Finding Nemo and that kind of stuff. And the final choice was the climactic ending to Rivers of Light. And I just started laughing. It was like, this guarantees that more people heard this song than probably even saw the show here.
I mean, they could have selected something from Alive with Magic. Fred Ramirez is asking what your favorite animal in Animal Kingdom is.
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm always a fan of a giraffe. Give me a good giraffe. Yeah, pure entertainment there.
They don't have koalas, do they?
No.
Okay,
No.
yeah. Cool. I would like a koala, but I know they have otters. I like otters.
Yes, otters are very cute. No, I feel like the koalas was a big discussion when that space over by Everest was talked about, that was going to become Australia.
No, I guess there's no Australian section of the park. So I should have known that there were no koalas, but they can smuggle them in somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get mad if you want to sneak a koala into the park.
As long as Kyle is here to pet it.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine they're going to get some capybaras, right?
I hope so. Like, that's one of the things about Tropical Americas. I would be fine. I know the Encanto is an Encanto ride, and I don't know if we'd seen that concept art that they put up in the Walt Disney Presents.
In the Walt Disney Presents. I think everything in Walt Disney Presents we had seen except for the name Monstropolis, and obviously you get to check out the model up close.
There was a one for Encanto that showed the guests sitting on some type of vehicle, but it doesn't give away what type of vehicle it was. And I don't remember seeing that. So I sat there and stared at that for a little while. But I would have been happy. And this has always been one of those concepts I've wanted forever, of you approach someplace and you walk inside and it's a TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside. But they could have done that with the Encanto house. You go through the queue, you walk into what's his name's room, the kid who can talk with the animals, and it's all just animals, and I would have been happy. I know people would have been upset because it's not a ride, but
the Haunted Mansion is larger on the inside.
Yes. Speaking of, did you watch the Imagineering we call it Imagineering?
I did not, and I actually wondered whether they're going to release a new Imagineer that because they delayed the other one. They released it on a Sunday, and I thought maybe it was because they were planning to already release something on Monday. But I saw parts of it, but I didn't watch the whole thing, half-hour long.
It's very good. Again, if you're a Disney, especially if you're a Haunted Mansion fan, there's nothing that is groundbreaking, but it does offer some great behind-the-scenes talk.
Mm-hmm.
You'll appreciate the Mystic Manor bit that they have.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know that they have they include Mystic Manor in there, and I'm kind of two minds of it, because on the one hand, it's like I love that attraction, so I would like to hear what they have to say about it. But on the other hand, I'm like, it's always described as Hong Kong's version of the Haunted Mansion, and it's not. Like, yes, there are some like familiar type of effects, but it's so different that I think it's kind of ridiculous to try to like lump it in with that.
Yeah, anytime I ever do anything about Haunted Mansion, I include it. It's mostly just to show off one of my videos of the attraction, because it is. I'd probably say out of all the international parks, that's my favorite attraction.
Yeah, Luke, he did a ranked of Hong Kong, and of course that was number 1, but he put the coaster next door at number 2 and was like, this is like maybe the best like attraction combo in any park. And that coaster gets disrespected. Like, nobody really talks about it, and I don't talk about it because I can never remember the full name of it. But
yeah, no, it is definitely a fun attraction. Like, that was, again, when I was out there, earlier this year, for 12 minutes, I made a point to get on that coaster and Mystic Manor. I did Mystic Manor. I think I just did it twice. But I made sure.
I think the longest I've ever waited is like 15 minutes.
Yeah. But
it's always sad that the last time we went, the gift shop was very little Mystic Manor stuff and more just generic Hong Kong Disneyland stuff.
That was what I had heard, because I think when Luke had gone out there the last time, he said that they had very little. And I was surprised when I went. It was almost back to full force. Like they
Mm,
even had the music box back. I have a really cool phone case from it. So it's one of those things of, I think it's the ups and downs of the merchandise. And they kind of ran out
yeah,
of Duffy stuff to make. So they had to put Mystic Manor stuff back in Mystic Manor.
could be. But yeah, if you haven't seen that attraction, if you don't plan on going to Hong Kong anytime soon, I recommend you check out our video of it. Yes, again, like I said, there are some effects you'll be like, oh, that's kind of Haunted Mansion-esque, but it's very, very different in my
Yeah.
opinion.
And
Is our video, is it the long path or the shorter path?
I believe I have both. I believe the one I recorded way back the first time I met you was the long path, but off the top of my head, I don't really remember because I get so lost in it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There's not a huge difference between the two. You're not really missing out on
Yeah.
anything, but it is interesting that there is an extra scene if you're in in a different position.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, speaking of Mystic Manor and Zootopia in Shanghai feels very much like Mystic Manor to me. The tracklets, it's a much grander scale, but I don't know if it's the same layout.
Yeah, you've been to Shanghai more recently. I haven't gone since the opening, so there's lots of stuff I'm missing out on there.
Yeah, the Zootopia land is top notch. Like that is one of those things. And I said it back when I came back that while Epic has amazing details in their different lands, Zootopia in Shanghai, you are in their world. Like it is not just oh, look, this is kind of like that. No, found out where they moved the band.
Yeah. Hi, Jalen. Thanks for joining us. We are live. If you have any requests, let us know, or any questions. We had a great question about which animal in Animal Kingdom is our favorite. That took a lot of thought on my part since I don't know all the animals there. So which land do you think this Finding Nemo theater is going to be absorbed into? Because technically this is Dinosaur Land, which is something I did not know until very recently.
Well, and it never fit Dino Land, even when it was Jungle Book, Tarzan, and now Nemo, and none of those fit with Dino, and none of them fit with Asia. So I like just refer to it as the theater in the wild, because this is the in between. Not quite the upside down, but just the in between.
It's its own subland.
Yes, with a beautiful view of the water and lots of seating for water viewing.
Yeah. Nothing to see on the water, just water.
Yeah. I feel like that space could be the biggest waste of space in any of the parks.
I think they should do a very winking thing next summer and have Kite Tails 2 even kitier or something like that. And
Kite Tails, a tribute to Americans.
There you go.
I don't remember the word to describe the anniversary. Yeah. But I am excited for the new Soaring Across America.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like them calling it a limited time. Yeah, we know how limited time things go when that attraction.
I mean, it can be limited time, and then it'll come back every July for the foreseeable future, or maybe it'll run on May 25th. I guess not May 25th, but whatever, sometime in late May for Memorial Day, and then maybe play again for Veterans Day.
4th of July, Arbor Day. Yeah. They're good holidays.
We do have lots of trees.
Expedition Everest. There we go. I do love how beautiful the weather is.
By the thing. It almost looks like Matterhorn from this angle, man.
There you go.
Bigger than Matterhorn, clearly. And the clouds also.
Just kind of, it all fades together.
That's a fun ride. See, I've done that one before. I don't do as many coasters as I used to, but the backwards in that is didn't make me as discombobulated as the backwards in the Hong Kong one. But you can really
See,
feel it. Like taking that little curve going backwards
yes.
feels way more intense than going forwards.
Yeah, you guys need to make it out here soon. I know that's easier said than done. For
Yeah.
those of you who don't know, Kyle is pretty much the person who runs Laughing Place. Without him, we are kind of lost.
Yeah. There's a team effort. Lots of people on.
Yeah, but you're the team leader, and we have our faith in you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
And we also found where everybody is.
Apparently, this is the place. I see lots of cold beverages. I see fun with flags.
So here's one of those things that I would suggest waiting until the end of the trip to buy. Your mouse guitar may not be something to buy as you're heading into the park.
I think so. I mean, it's limited edition. I don't know if it is.
I know I saw it in California and had a friend out here message me right away going, "Is it out here?" Oh, I don't know. And then I saw it the other day and sent them a message. They dropped everything and went to Epcot to get it in the creation shop.
Get to Epcot.
Yeah. Oh, here's the hand-dipped Mickey premium ice cream bars. Forgot about those.
Very nice. Have you tried any of the new saucy tenders?
I have not.
Okay, so I saw a video of Mike Mack trying the waffle cone tenders, which I guess they have somewhere here.
I believe at Restaurantosaurus.
I think Restaurantosaurus as well. But they also he tried them over at Grand Floridian, and they look awesome. And he said that they taste amazing, and I wanted him to ship me some because they look so good.
I will probably, well, no, I definitely will be doing another loop to get photos of menus and signage.
Yeah, so as we were saying, with Trillo Bites and what's the other one that closed?
Dino Bite. I don't even know what that actually was. I think it was just a very small.
Well, they've moved some of their menu items to other places around the park. So.
Oh wait, is it open yet? Is it open? Come on.
Next season. Yeti Palace coming soon.
I do love though how this was a real vehicle, and I think at this point it's very much like the ship where they reference in WandaVision.
Oh yeah.
Where what is actually left of the original piece?
Oh yeah, the ship of Theseus.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that opening next season is the equivalent of like you go to a kitschy restaurant and it says free beer tomorrow.
Yeah. And it's every day is tomorrow.
The sun will come out tomorrow.
It's out right now.
You can bet your bottom dollar on Kalshi.
None of our friends seem to be out right now.
Mm-mm.
I do love early morning here and hearing the gibbons. You know, on a quiet day, you can hear them when you walk into the park.
Yeah. What's the longest safari you've ever taken in this park? Like, have you had one of those where you get stuck behind an animal that just won't move?
Yes, I've been stuck behind a rhino that I want to say we were over an hour. And because we weren't in front of the rhino wasn't in front of us, but the rhino was in front of like 3 trucks ahead of us. And just, it would start to move and then it would stop, or it would move and it would move back into the roadway to block the next truck.
I've been halted for a few minutes, but it was actually it was among the best safaris we've taken. It was like heading into the night, and yeah, the lions were out. They were roaring. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. I love when you're stuck in a good spot. If you're stuck, like,
yeah,
there are no animals around at all. Like, okay, so I'm stuck outside in a van with people usually being obnoxious towards the other animals. So we're walking back because Cali River Rapids is closed for their seasonal refurbishment.
Right. Yeah, they closed early so that it can come back up in time for when the dinosaur stuff closes next year. Dinosaur specifically, and the rest of Dinosaur Land.
Because really, if I'm going to compare attractions, Dinosaur and Cali River Rapids are the two that are the closest.
But it's not that they're similar. It's that you don't want to have two attractions down at the same time if you don't have to.
Yes, especially in this park that has. How many attractions does this park currently have?
I don't know. Fred's asking, do they have llamas?
No llamas.
I touched a llama.
Sadly, no llamas here.
Have you ever seen Jimmy Neutron?
Yes, but oh no. I was like, I remember the show.
It was a movie. I think it was a movie first, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, there's a kid who gets excited because he touched a llama. That's what I think of, even above Cusco. Yes, I apologize.
I mean, we could technically have alpacas in Central America or
there you go.
Tropical America.
I think it seems like a good bet.
I know.
I remember Jimmy Neutron.
I was thinking. So, are you a Yak and Yeti fan?
I've not really been, but I think they have fried rice, so I would be a fan.
No, they have great fried rice.
Fried rice is probably like my favorite food.
The best dessert in all of Walt Disney World, the fried wontons, are here. And people often fight me on that. And I was like, nope. Pineapple pieces, deep fried wontons, cream cheese, some vanilla ice cream. It is definitely I've gone in there just for that because you can walk to the bar and sit down and order stuff. And I asked the bartenders before, I'm like, do a lot of people do this? Like, yes, almost daily.
See, I don't know why I haven't gone there more. I will say in recent years when I've gone, I usually end up at Satuli Canteen because while it's, kind of a little bit more adventurous, for lack of a better word, in a lot of the things, you can customize it to be as boring as me. So I can end up getting that like roast beef and rice or whatever. And that is good.
No, I am a firm believer. I'm not a foodie, and they replaced everything hanging from this. Definitely, these colors are super bright. I'm not a foodie, so I'm a firm believer in like Food and Wine and those. I don't buy stuff that I just think I want to try, especially with the price. I'll buy stuff that I know I want.
Right.
And people like, but you don't do this, you don't do that. It's like, yeah, I also don't drink. So there's lots of things wrong with me.
I will say I love mobile ordering because it introduces you. Well, first of all, it's easy. And second of all, it introduces you to options you didn't know you had from time to time. In some cases, I'm able to customize my order, like take off the stuff on my burger, and I can make sure now I don't have to talk to somebody and go through the list of things I don't want. I can just mark them on the thing. But there's other times where it doesn't let you edit your order in such ways, and I don't know why. And it annoys me when I can't customize an item.
I had that problem when we were in California. I was trying to customize something and it just wouldn't let me. And then you go up and talk to the person, but the person's so used to mobile ordering, they don't like, wait, how do I do this? So we're on the backside of the Tree of Life and I see some scaffolding. Wow, and let me do our fancy dancy. That looks like they're getting a new covering for the exit.
Oh.
Which would make sense because we had that problem a few years ago with the branch, but that's definitely new. So yeah, we'll have coverage of that in a little while.
I am refreshing the various places where I go to check for news to see if anything is breaking at the top of the hour here. So far, I'm not seeing anything, but I do have like 50 different Instagram accounts I need to go check out
Yeah.
after, rather than one Twitter list.
Well, it was the one I saw earlier today that was so out of left field that I put it in our to do. It was something that was one of those, like, I don't even think I subscribed to it, but it had some news that had just broke. Yes, the second one. Yeah, so now we're approaching, well, we're in Africa and we're approaching the Harambe market, which is going through a pretty major renovation to accommodate the hot dogs and chicken tenders and whatever else may be there. Oh, let's see. Finding Nemo?
I'm guessing you don't watch the NBA, Jeremiah.
Not very often.
I cannot tell you the last time I watched a basketball game. I've watched a football game relatively recently, but
Flight of Passage, 35 minutes. River Journey, 45 minutes. There's something going on in the NBA?
I don't know. Fred, I think the season just started not too long ago, because I think hockey and basketball pretty much line up. I think they both just came back.
It is very
While
quiet
baseball
back there.
baseball, the World Series is about to begin.
Dodger.
Blue Jays.
Is the Blue Jays who I didn't catch the
Yeah,
last game.
unfortunately for Nicky B, the Blue Jays beat the Mariners, continued the streak of the Mariners never getting to the World Series.
Yeah. So it's very quiet back here without any of these open.
Oh,
But
tonight's
it's a great
the first
seating area.
game on NBC in 24 years. I guess the NBA is moving rights deals. It used to be on TNT, and now inside the NBA team, like Shaq and Charles Barkley, are going to be on ESPN, but it's produced by TNT. It's all very interesting.
It's getting ugly. That's all I have to say. Like, I got a notification that I believe my HBO Max is going to be almost...
HBO Max is raising prices effective immediately. If you already subscribe, then I think you get like an extra few days, or if you have an annual plan, you won't hit until that renews. But yeah,
I'm excited for the streaming bubble to burst. Just to make sure there is no gray stuff in here. Oh, but they do have the Fantasyland trash cans.
oh,
They
did. In the world of streaming, there is a new Apple TV and Peacock bundle now.
See, if Apple TV had more than like one, well, that's the biggest problem. I think Apple TV, Peacock, there's a couple of things that I like, but it's not.
Yeah, they should have waited till the next season of Severance, and then
some new clothing.
Jumbo.
Yeah. Safari. Oh wait, these aren't Disney.
Oh, they're just
Camp David.
All right.
Yeah, I would have guessed that they were Disney, but
no need to cover.
Yeah. So there really was one of those, like, okay, I'm going to come right back. Nope, don't have to worry about that. Sweet. Yeah, it's actually pretty quiet. I saw that Everett's was only a 15-minute wait. I didn't see what the Safari is. So let's kind of walk over that way and see that.
That one's always interesting because it gets a line early in the morning, because everyone's read a guidebook that tells them to do that. And then...
yeah, 10 minutes for the Safari.
Nice.
pretty crazy. You can get an all beef hot dog here. Do you want to guess how much the all beef hot dog is?
$7.50.
Or with potato chips, $11.49.
Okay.
A churro with chocolate sauce, $7.50.
Wow.
I'm not sure why my camera is so blown out right now, but hey,
It's
welcome
not that
to
bad.
Africa.
Yesterday during the walk and talk, Mike's gimbal was having issues, and so I started like tilting back and forth. And luckily, he was able to fix it before we made everybody seasick. But it was rough there for a minute.
I tuned into his for a little bit, and we need to work with him on his the settings for the panning, because his pan is always like where you can adjust the setting to make it nice and smooth. And
I've never used one. I'd probably be
yeah,
make it worse. I bought this thing a while ago for my regular camera, and it's supposed to be like a steady cam sort of a thing, but you have to like mess with all the weights. Like there's so many different things to I just kind of gave up on it, which is unfortunate because it looks like a really cool tool. If I could ever, I had these dreams of getting it working and going to all of the different resorts and getting these like in-depth videos and creating like a huge like resource for us, and then never happened. But also because I didn't get sent to go do that, so so it all worked out.
No, it's funny. Like this is I think it's my second gimbal. And then I got the newer gimbal when we did some upgrades, last year, 2 years ago?
But
But
probably the Expo. I feel like I threw one at you.
yes, but this gimbal versus that gimbal is so smooth. Like it's good to have the backup just when this one decides it wants to go. But
yeah,
I've lived with this thing for I don't know how many years now. Well, I'd say at least 5 because we started doing walk and talks pretty regularly during the pandemic.
It's the Rob Thomas of gimbals.
Jesus. Yeah, it is very quiet. This is super nice.
Yeah, it's like you got this whole like the next 50 feet to yourself.
Yeah. But I can almost guarantee that when I need one picture of one thing, the only person in the entire park will somehow be in front of me.
It sounds blustery outside all of a sudden.
Yeah, the wind was definitely right there. I don't know. Like, there's not even that much of a breeze.
No, I meant at my house.
Oh, that's not good for you.
It's fine. It's nice weather at least. But yeah, I'm like, oh, we do have a big tree. So sometimes I hear branches fall on my roof.
Ooh.
That's fun.
Poltergeist like, thanks. I'm sorry that theme park that was supposed to open out there.
What's
near
better
you.
than one gimbal? 2 gimbals. That's correct.
Is that Christy?
No, it's Todd. Oh, are you saying hi to somebody?
No, my friend, her last name is Gimbal. And I was like, that's anyway. Yeah, I saw that the theme park that was supposed to open out by you isn't opening until like 2031 or something.
I'm sure.
And then it'll be delayed. And
I'm excited to go to when Silver Dollar opens their new hotel.
Oh, nice.
Go stay there.
Yeah, I need to make it
a blustery day. It's only Tuesday. It's not Wednesday.
Wednesday. That was horrible.
So I have over the summer a few times I'd go outside and I'd see what I think was a gopher, but it only happened on Wednesdays, and I was like, oh my gosh, it keeps happening on Wednesday. It's the only time I see the
gopher. It's got its clock, or maybe it's just Groundhog's Day and it's just on Wednesdays.
Christy's correcting you. It's gamble, not gimbal.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Yes, we could ask Christy questions about Universal and Halloween Horror Nights.
If I'd ever been, that might mean something.
Have you been to Universal out here at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't been to Epic, but I've been to the other 2.
Yeah, Epic is definitely like
Notice how I
eh,
said other two, not other
yes.
three.
Well, considering the third one is now going to be closed soon, so
Yeah. No, I've been there on the last time we were there, Becca went to Horror Nights with Mac and Jess, and we stayed at Aventura.
Mhm.
So I went and hung back in the room and bought myself a barbecue flatbread.
You need to come out and go to Epic. I was just thinking about Epic for the past couple of days because really it opened and pretty silent. Like,
Yeah,
eh,
no, I thought the same. I mean, headlines for the wrong reasons, but other than that,
yes,
it's definitely been quiet. And actually, even longer than it's been since I've been to Universal Orlando. I haven't been to Hollywood since Springfield was there.
oh
The
wow.
last time I went to Hollywood was when they still only had like 6 attractions or 6 rides, I should say. But yeah, back when they had the buy a day, get the next
The
year
rest of your
free.
life for free. Yes.
Yeah, because I used to live for a short time. I lived on Hollywood and Orange, so I'd go take the metro up a stop, take the tram up the hill, and we'd go to the park.
Can I just talk about how slow of a news day it is today?
Sure,
We
it's
just
not,
posted an
but
article about Starbucks getting a new bookshelf.
there were apparently Easter eggs on that bookshelf, and actually, it is getting to be kind of a busy news day.
Okay.
I didn't say it was important news, but it's busy.
Yeah.
Luke is correcting you, saying Volcano Bay doesn't have a closure for another year.
Oh, I thought it was this. Well, is it 2026 or does it close January 2026?
I wish I knew. I do
Christy.
remember that there's some sort of closure and then something else was happening. Oh yeah, there. I only know this because I was looking into the Tapu Tapu or however you say it
Uh,
going away a while ago.
I
Are there
actually
any
have
characters out that you've seen? I haven't seen any on this whole walk.
no. I know at the entrance there was Pocahontas. I saw her when I was walking by,
Do they
and
just still do like
Divine.
little flotilla ones?
No, sadly those stopped, which I always used to love because it was very cool.
October 2026 to March 2027 is when it's going to be closed. And Christy doesn't speak Volcano Bay. You clearly don't know anything about Christy. This is two big swings, big misses for you.
Well, she should know about Volcano Bay. Um, I don't remember anything I was saying. Anyway, yes, Pandora. Yeah, I think back to the opening of Pandora when I was in here at night and it was so dark, but the bioluminescence was so bright. And now it's like I can't remember the last time I even saw sunset over here.
Yeah, remember they did like the night safaris and stuff with the
Yes.
special forever sundown or whatever.
Well, it's pandemic and lack of attendance, I believe, were the reasons for both for that to go away.
Yeah. Here's my go-to dining location. Create your own Satuli bowl. I also that cheesecake is okay. I'm
Oh
not a
yeah.
big fan of cheesecake, but I like that one.
No, that has always been my go-to. I miss when they had the cheeseburger bao
Pods
buns
or whatever they call
as a main menu, not just a kids menu.
Yeah. I mean, kids menu is pretty cool sometimes when you go get a cookie and some carrots.
Chocolate milk, yeah. So I'm only coming over here because they named this shop how many years before we are going to be introduced to Wind Traders coming up in a couple of months?
They knew that's what happens when you work directly with James Cameron, the man who's
Yeah.
got the entire encyclopedia of the future of Avatar.
Well, there's only like 30 more pictures to come from it. So that was I was out in Disneyland recently and having the discussion of Avatar, where people think this Avatar, as in the land of Pandora, is going to be in DC. I'm like, oh, no, no, no.
Yeah, it's going to be something different.
I mean, really, they should just build a soundstage facade. And then you walk in and it's like, ooh, ah, to kind of tie back with Hollywood land, because that entire space where it's going, which I don't understand how that's going to fit. I don't understand. I mean, I've heard the attraction is going to be similar to Shanghai Pirates attraction, but you and I both know how big that building is, and that won't fit in that area.
I mean, there's more room back there. They're building a big thing. It's going to be good. It's not going to be tiny little. Yeah, I don't know story-wise how you're going to transport, but we'll see. How many Avatar movies do you think we'll get? I think 5 are announced, but he wants to make more. Is that correct?
I think 7 is the total.
Oh, okay. Maybe I don't know if 6 and 7 are actually in development, or actually like active development or production, but I think 5 are slated so far, if memory serves, which it often doesn't.
Which, yeah, I believe we as Laughing Place have an excellent hive mind at times, where if somebody doesn't know it, somebody else who's listening does.
Yeah, that's true. Luke will come in with the correction. Actually, there are 10 in production.
Yes.
They just shared new stills from the green screen of.
Yeah, I saw, I think it was Zoe Saldana had some type of, like, she wants the backstory of her character to be a focus of one of the movies. And I saw, they're just 2 so far, right? Ash is the third
that are
one.
out.
Yeah.
Third one's coming out in 2 months.
Yeah. The only reason I ever saw the first one was actually when I was going to Hong Kong. I watched it on the plane because that was shortly before this land opened.
There you go.
And watching that movie on a plane, not really a great idea.
Didn't get the full scope of it.
No, and then I went in and saw it at the AMC downtown at Disney Springs in 3D, which was like, okay, I can understand when this movie came out, 30 years ago, why it was so impressive in 3D. But
as I've shared on the morning show, the only reason that I saw the first one was because we are actually getting rid of our 3D print and going back to a 2D one that we'd already gotten rid of. So I had to, at that time, 3D was digital, but our 2D were still prints. So I had to build up all 9 reels of that movie and screen it. For context, a normal film is like 6 reels, 5 or 6. So 9 is a lot.
No, Avatar, which was one of the longest movies when it came out, wasn't it? Like that and Titanic, go figure, Cameron. That was one of those ones. I can remember the concern of its runtime and multiple showing. But I can also remember actively trying to avoid seeing it for most of my life.
Yeah.
And then I went and saw The Way of Water because it's something we have to do. And it was fine. Yeah, the 3D was pretty. The storyline was a little convoluted. But movie talk with Kyle and Jerem.
There you go.
There's a new show we could start to do. Have you seen Tron Ares?
I have not.
Go see it,
we have a
please.
message from Al. Al is watching. Very exciting. Remember the new DL Eastern Gateway art. You can see a bigger show building pushing out Hollywoodland into what is currently the bus loop area. Thanks, Al.
Yes. You can call me Al.
I make that joke every time Al speaks on the morning show.
No, but even the pushing out to the transportation hub, like that area is not massive. I mean, yes, they're getting rid of Hollywood and dying finally, but there is also that massive monorail track that causes problems.
Well, that's probably getting moved too. It's going to
If
be
they-
big, Jeremiah. You have no idea. And I have not seen Tron Ares, to answer your question from.
Yeah, you need to go see Tron Ares. I saw it in
No,
IMAX 3D, and it was like, I enjoyed, out of the three movies, this one is probably my favorite, which says a lot considering my burning hate of the Joker.
When you went, did you show them your certificate that said you rode Tron in Shanghai first?
I didn't get one of those because by the time I made it on there, they are all gone. If you need a certificate that says you rode Pirates on opening day, I have about 50 of those. Because at the end of the day, I'm the last person to go on that ride, and there's still just stacks.
Wow.
Like, okay.
I think we have some somewhere. I think we do have a Tron one. I'm not 100% sure. That was the first fast pass we ever got in that park, was we went over and did Tron. But our first ride, I think we actually did Voyage to the Crystal Grotto because it seemed thematically appropriate for a first ride. And then we did Pirates while we were waiting for Tron. We did so much in that first couple hours. I was pleasantly surprised.
Oh, that's not going to work.
Tron Ares is the best Tron movie, says only Jeremiah and absolutely no one else.
No, and I
bullied in the chat right now.
And I just lost my AirPods. There's the side of my head.
Fred says Fantastic Four First Steps is the best Fantastic Four movie. See, that I buy. That makes sense to me. Although, actually, you know what? Tron Ares could be the best Tron movie because I don't think those movies are very good. Never seen the first one. The second one was just okay. And the third one, I don't know.
I feel like you kind of need to see the first one. This isn't like Halloween where you just know what's happening.
But
no, I am a huge Tron fan. The first one definitely shaped my childhood. The second one was very exciting and I enjoyed it. There are definitely parts that are like cringy. But the third one I want to say is action, storyline, even the acting. And yes, that means I'm appreciating Jared Leto.
I feel like we've made it back to where we started.
We've come full circle, my friend.
Well, thanks everyone for joining us. Do you have any last questions before we go? Christy says the first Tron is the best. Everyone can fight me. I don't know how many people would fight you. I mean, if we're talking about movie versus effects, like it's a completely different conversation. But because I hear that Tron Ares like looks really cool. But everyone's like, yeah, it's a Nine Inch Nails music video.
I mean, yes, there is a lot of Nine Inch Nails, but the story is... the funny thing is, and this, I don't think it's spoiling, and considering anybody who's seen it has seen it, and nobody else is going to watch it till it comes out on Disney Plus, and then it'll be like #1 for a while. It is purely about the future of Al and what's happening with that.
And on that note, thank you everyone for joining us. At 4:00 today, we'll have Barely Necessities with Rebecca and Becca. At 7:30, we'll have Absolutely Nothing because trivia will not be returning until Saturday. And then we may or may not be back for the morning show. So what you're going to want to do is subscribe and ring the bell so you know whenever we go live and when we don't. Thank you, Jeremiah. It's been fun.
Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you all for watching. We'll see you real soon.
Remember, praise to your Al overlords.